Jessica Lea Mayfield has been writing and performing songs since she was 11 years old. The alt-country rock artist released her first album when she was still a teenager.
She's now 28 and her writing has taken a serious turn. Her latest album, Sorry Is Gone, is all about life in an abusive marriage and the after effects she still faces.
Mayfield lives in Nashville but was in Portland last night for a show at Port City Music Hall, which is where we caught up with her.
The bigger picture is, do I want to talk about all this stuff? I mean, and do I want everyone to know my personal business? No, not really, but do I want to help people, and do I want other people to not feel alone who are in the situation that I was in?
So you've gotten a lot of messages from other people who've been in similar situations. Yeah. Did this ever start as you wanting to be an advocate for other people, or did it kind of merge into that?
Well, it merged into that when I wrote the songs and I realized that I was probably going to have to talk about these songs with people, and I didn't want to lie about the subject matter. And I also felt really strongly about making a change when it came to domestic violence anyways, and I really wanted to figure out what my small part would be and how I could chip away. And then when I realized that, well, hey, I'm already singing about it, so why don't I just have the conversation instead of people trying to pry it out of me, and what is this song about? What does that mean? I could just be like, here's what happened, this is what's going on with me, this is my journey through it. And right now, I mean, I'm still freshly going through, life on the other side and kind of figuring out how to be on my own again, and definitely what it is that I want to do with my future, because I think you tie your future in with other people a lot of times.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry it's gone. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry it's gone.
People be like, I'm glad everything's okay now, and I'm like, well, everything's different. I go to PTSD therapy, I do EMDR, everything. It's just kind of like a, 1 foot at a time sort of thing.
Do you think this situation and your PTSD that you're struggling with currently, do you think they have changed you as an artist for good?
I think if anything, I'm more, I think the way that it's changed has been good, because I want to I don't give a crap what anybody thinks anymore, and I'm kind of just like, well, this is what I think, and this is what's important to me. And I think with my songwriting, I've definitely I used to be more vague, and now I take the time I'll write a song, and then I'll take the time to figure out what is it that I'm trying to say, how can I say it more clearly? I really want to not just write a song, I want to say what I want to say as well.
So the songs, some of them were written while you were still in the abusive situation, and some written as you were getting out. But the music itself is actually a little more upbeat than some of your other music in the past. What do these songs, or what does this album as a whole say about you as a person?
I've had a career that's, lasted over 10 years, and a lot of people don't realize that, I was growing up. So now it's like, okay, I feel like here I am, I have arrived at adulthood. Here are my adult thoughts.
Here I am.
Yeah.
So is this album kind of a presentation of a stronger woman?
Definitely. I mean, someone who is just wanting to not only, someone who know, it's like, it's that point to where all these things in your head, and do you take the leap to say them out loud? And do you say, okay, well, this is what I see, and how long do you bite your tongue and hold your breath before you're just like, oh, So I think that's kind of, it was that moment for me. It was just the, okay, I just can't, I can't BS.
You have to appreciate artists who can just completely bare their souls to the world.
That's what they do that very few others do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and she's got a lot going on. Obviously, she's got the tour happening right now, but you heard her say she's doing therapy in the midst of all that. She talked about writing. I mean, obviously she's a writer, and that's kind of how she works through her therapy, but she said with so much going on, she hasn't even had time to think about, you know, the next album. So, yeah, but it was great to talk with her. She was a great person.